in the image of Desmond Tutu, I repeat, in my view, and Martin Luther King, the force of reason. Let us now hear from a brother, Abo Chikomo, who is in the house. Abo Chikomo is currently the DAI Global United Kingdom team leader for Zimbabwe, the TRACE program. Comrade Abo Chikomo, can you please kindly give us 5 minutes or less? I won't give you as much time because I know men always dominate spaces. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zonchia. My name is Fiona, children, mom, friends, and colleagues. My sincere condolences on this very sad loss of a brother and colleague, Babagam. Friends and colleagues, my sincere condolences. We received the news, of course, with disbelief. My family and I have known Dewa more as a brother, a father, Munengina Mukoma, Andradzi. So my wife Liz and my daughter Tanaka are also on this call. So a few things that I want to say about Dewa. What does come to my mind when I think about a celebration of a life well lived in the fight for human rights, the rule of law, and democracy is genuine and generous, passionate, committed, talented, brilliant, and simply amazing. This is the man that we are celebrating today. I worked with Dewa, at some point when he was the deputy coordinator for the Human Rights NGO Forum's International Liaison Office based in London, and I was director then based here in Harare. At a time that was very difficult, and it was a great personal risk that he took to advance the cause of human rights and democracy. For Dewa, work was not just work. It was a calling, it was a vocation. He gave it his all. I remember, how genuine Dewa was. When I think of 2008, for example, I walked into West End Hospital, visiting my mother-in-law who was admitted there. And whom do I see there? Dewa bringing food to victims of violence. And I must add here, women victims of political violence. This is a man who was passionate about what he did in every regard and committed. And he was also very humble and very respectful, although he was also an amazing guy at his job. As I said, when he went to the NGO Forum's London office, he turned around the office in a very short space of time. And the work at the UN, the ACP, EU, those intergovernmental bodies became very visible as was advocating for the cause of human rights in Zimbabwe. Dewa genuinely loved and cared. He loved and cared for his people. And he would take time to spend time with family and friends whenever he was around. Something I also admire about Dewa was his love for his language and his excellent command of the Shona language. He was probably one of the greatest storytellers, that I could think about. I could think about, the likes of Freeman Charlie, Terry Mafukidze, and of course, Dr. Magaisa. Well, something I also knew about Dewa is that he feared heights. Surprising given the kind of courage he had in dealing with the issues of human rights and democracy. And one of the lasting conversations I had with Dewa, was really around capturing the experiences and stories of civil society in this fight, for the rule of law and democracy and good governance in Zimbabwe. And he was insisting that we should find time to sit down and write about this. Sadly, he's gone too soon. Dewa might be gone. Touched, in his work and life. So for me, while I mourn the demise of a brother, I also celebrate the fact that we had him and we had an opportunity to share, different experiences.
will not say much. This is a dark time. We have lost. We are mourning. We are celebrating. I want to say I am grateful. We are grateful as a family for everyone who is sending related messages. Muhammad Dewa used to say, when the power of when the love of power overcomes the power of love, then the world will know peace. We have lost at the right time. He had the right words for every moment. I am myself. We had plans with Nkong. We had planned far ahead. This is a dark time for everyone. This is a dark time for Zimbabwe, for the international community. Also, thank you to everyone for standing with us at this time of need. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Very strong, very touching. I should really thank you for your courage. I met you yesterday, and I left you broken down. It's not just about you, it's about us. That was always Dewa. That is, there is one thing that my young brother has brought. When the love of power overtakes the power of love, then the world is doomed. Humanity is doomed. Possibly, this is what we are seeing in most authoritarian states that are very repressive. And Dewa Mavhinga, we should not be polite about that. He was allergic to the press
about this great Zimbabwe. I'm saddened
polite about that.
He
was allergic to the press
about this great Zimbabwe. To the rest, the wise family. Darwadziwa nezvaitika izvi. So what I'll simply do is to explain the importance of some of the value. Or are leaders created? None of the above. Leadership is a decision. So Dewa decided to be a leader. He self-selected to say, I want to make a difference. Become the change we seek to see in Zimbabwe. The change we seek to see in SADC, the change we seek to see in Africa and the global South. Self-selection. The second value is the life of a revolutionary, the life of an activist is the life of sacrifice. Chains, as you pursue to make a difference in the lives of the people. Dewa believed in sacrifice. Dewa was sacrifice person. We go to United States. Give me freedom or give me death. The price of freedom is death. If you are not prepared to die for justice, you don't deserve justice. If you are not prepared, you don't deserve democracy. Dewa understood this. Dewa was a living embodiment of most of you here are activists, political activists. Surrender your life to the people. You surrender your life to this. Once you are revolutionary, you don't have a life. Your life belongs to the people. Dewa was very clear about that. Of course, you must take care of our health, you must try as much as you can to eat well, to exercise, and so on, because health is the most important asset we have. And you step up the plate to be essential in hard work. We don't want activists who are uneducated, who don't love school. Dewa was a passionate pursuant of education. From school to Essex, where he did masters. The job was educating people in his not being disagreeable. We must make sure in the NGO community without being disagreeable. Language of oppressive regimes. Don't use the language of the oppressors. With people in the opposition and the of oppressive regimes. Don't use the language of describing others as sellouts, others in the opposition. Shame on us. Don't use the language. When a repressive regime calls someone a sellout, why do they do that? Number one, they're trying to delegitimize that person or that organization. Delegitimize if you are saying they must be killed. So, for those who remember the war, sellouts, Latengesi were killed. The opposition must not use the language of oppressive regimes, because that language is a language of violence. Let us disagree without being disagreeable. That is by Dewa. Let us learn a civil society in Zimbabwe, in SADC, in Africa, in the global south. As we disagree, as we find our different here, Dewa referred to his opponents, his rivals, as sellouts, as Batsaku. That language belongs to the enemy. That language belongs to the opposition to good governance. So in summary, I'm saying to us, under self-sacrifice, self-selection, leadership is a decision, hard work, education, disagree, justice. Bako wakasakura ukazunza. Our job now is to take up the fight from where you left it. The struggle continues unabated. Fiona Nemhuri, be strong. Tiripo vanhu